Okay, so good morning. I'm running behind this morning. I don't know, I was up, but I have just been chilling. My leg, I've got a little bit of plantar fasciitis this morning on my right foot. I was crushing it yesterday on my workouts, but man, my ankle, my foot, my like the underneath the heel, it's like ah. So I'm taking it a little easy. I'm probably still going to go try to run sprints. Hopefully I don't rupture a tendon. Hopefully that will be bad. But I guess I just want to rant this morning about standards because there's a lot of feedback about you need to raise your standards. You need to raise your standards. And I'm just like, okay, so here's the deal. Let me just show you guys. This little girl right here, that's me. That's little me. I was like maybe 3 years old in that photo. Totally rocking some pigtails. I want you to take a close look at the background of that photo, okay? It's a very, very primitive home in the early 80s. Obviously, the decor probably from the 60s or 70s, okay? That's the situation I grew up in, okay? It wasn't until my mom married the guy she's married to now, and that was in 1995. Okay, so, yeah, and they moved into the house that they're in now. They've remodeled it a couple of times. They've been married for over 25 years, I guess. But, anyways, so I grew up pretty much in little Raggedy Ann stuff and little hovels of houses. Okay, so we never had a lot. I always dressed in Goodwill clothes. Yeah, and I had champagne taste on a beer budget. So the title of this program, Slightly Better Than Average, is actually just a pun on me. It's not anything that is supposed to be derogatory. You have fun with it, okay? Have fun with it. I can't tell you guys that enough. That, I was, if I had more pictures in front of me to show you guys, I am not of supermodel stock, okay? I'm not worried about it, okay? I'm not worried about that at all. I'm working on, slight and subtle improvements, okay? And if I had $50,000 to just go and top to bottom redo my shit today, I would, but I don't. So here we go. I'm just taking it a piece at a time and having fun with it, okay? Because at the end of the day, you have to love yourself for who you are. So when this tattooed up gal, this tatted up Air Force gal is like, I give you a 6. And I'm like, believe me, you're not a 10, you're not a 9, and you're with all those tattoos and your thunder thighs, I don't think you're an 8 either. So you might be a 7. Okay, so we're in the same category. So for these people that are judging, that have been given authority to judge people based on sex appeal, it's the most ludicrous thing on the face of the planet. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have fun with this, okay? If I'm a 6, okay, and there's been other people that I've met that have told me their number is 6, and I'm like, and they're built, they're fucking fit, they rock out some style, and they still got 6s. I'm like, this is some fucked up shit. And it's based on the color of your hair, honestly. It has everything to do with blonde. And it's so stupid. And that's where I keep trying to tell people, the blonde girls are the bad guys. The British throne is the bad guy. Nobody wanted to believe me. Now all you people have AIDS. But, whatever. True story. So, yeah, I'm just having fun with it. But anyways, plantar fasciitis, raising your standards. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so I come from nothing. And I was married into a family that they had some money. They still do. And so I got to, we ended up buying a house. We never were really fronted money other than a little bit. My ex-husband got money for school, and we got a nice little chunk of money for our wedding as a gift. But, we were never given anything. Our little dog was given way more than we were. So yeah, raise your standards. I don't understand what you're talking about because, like I said, I come from this, all right? And that's in, I think that's in Detroit. That's either in Detroit or the backside of Marshall County, Kentucky. That's one of the two places, like some backwoods, po folks, dumpy home. Okay. Like, and I'm not hating on that. That's my roots. That's my heritage. And that's why I can blend in any situation. But raise your standards on what? Okay. So like I've lifted myself up out of that. I've gotten married. I've been divorced. Okay. My ex-husband and I, we had money. We had less money. We bought a house. We bought a house in a nice subdivision in Peoria, Illinois. I met some very prominent and powerful and wealthy people while I was there. Partied, went to galas, met some very influential people. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. So I come to California, okay, with nothing, okay? All of that gets taken away. I show up in a Ford Focus after a horrific car accident. And then what happened? I had nothing. I had a bag of clothes. I had a lamp. I had a box of Christmas decorations. And I ended up moving in with this guy in San Diego who has helped me and has let me know, like, I'm your person. Don't fuck up. I'm like, okay. So, like, yeah, it's been an interesting 3 years. And I have, like, raised my standards, okay? I went from renting a room to renting my own place. Okay. I don't have a roommate. This apartment's in my name. Okay. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Raise my standards, because like you guys didn't let me have any money up front. Remember that. Like you knew that was my weakness. So raise my standards. I did what I could with what I had, playing your sick little fucking twisted game. Okay. And I made it. And that's pissing you off because of this time period right here. I can make it on anything, little or big. So, so yeah, I moved up here to Long Beach, and so Long Beach is considered the lowest end of Los Angeles, and I don't know why, because actually the community is pretty nice. It is. I mean, there's some areas like inland a little bit where obviously people don't make as much money. And there's some gang graffiti, but there's gang graffiti up in like the nice areas of LA. So like, don't think of that as just Long Beach. Okay. That shit's everywhere. So that's where I'm like, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Like, raise your standards. Okay. Raise your standards on what? You guys are racist. Okay. The predominant amount of the population here is either Hispanic, African-American, or Irish, with a little bit of Italian. Okay. So that's what comprises this area. So when you guys like pushed me out of San Diego and you've made it clear that I am not and will not ever live in South Orange County. And I'm happy about that, by the way, because you guys are some racist fucking HIV infested clowns. But, you made that clear. So I'm like, I'm cool in my little neighborhood, in my little bitty apartment, at least for the time being. You guys have made like, you got to raise your standards. And I'm like, this apartment, when I moved into it, I moved in with nothing because I had nothing in San Diego. Okay. I was just trying to figure it all out. And I'm like, I'm not spending money on shit. I'm just working and trying to figure this place out because obviously there's some bullshit going on. Okay. So I moved in here. I slept on my yoga mat. Okay. My yoga mat and an old blanket from when I was married. That was the one thing that kind of made it from that time period. And a pillow that I got out of the dumpster. Okay. Cause I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but people are playing some sick games. I can afford this place barely at that point in time. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I've never lived in a 150 square foot apartment. What the fuck do I do with this? I went from being a homeowner to being homeless. And so like, but not really. I was always cared for. And I understood, like, it took me a while to get my brain around like the sick shit that was going on, the lies, the deception, all based on racism and greed and just weird shit. So I slept on that yoga mat for the first 6-8 months that I lived here. It was painful. I would wake up every morning sore as fuck. I'd go to work as a massage therapist in a physical therapy clinic. And I made it, and I fucking made it. Like everyone's like, maybe you should like decorate your place. Cause Like, people think you're weird. And I'm like, because people come in and out of here all day. Like, when I'm at work, people come in and out, and they have for the year and a half that I've lived here. Kind of like when I lived in San Diego, kind of like when I lived in Illinois, kind of like wherever, every place that I've lived. Okay. This little white supremacy bullshit. Like, we have the right to look at your shit and smell your panties and all that. I'm like, you guys are some sick fucks. That's all I got to say. But anyways, so I redecorated my place within the means that I could. And I thought I put it together nicely and it was okay. But people were really worried about the size of my futon. And that thing was uncomfortable. Okay. I slept on that thing for like 6 months. That thing was terrible. As long as I could. And I kept doing everything else. Okay. Spending money and stuff. When I started this summer slim down project and working on myself and all that, like, I really kind of upped the ante on, okay, so if I'm fixing myself and my appearance, I need to work on this apartment some more. And that's how I bought a new couch and an ottoman and painted my desk. Okay. And like, but the style never changed. You guys are like, you're still so confused about your style. And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, because I told you, I love coastal living. Okay. So I live at the fucking beach. I love like nautical and like preppy kind of like oceanside kind of stuff. Okay. So that's what's in here. Okay. I don't like those creepy, cold contemporary homes. They're creepy. Okay. They look like coffins. I don't like them. Okay. If you own one and it's worth $10 million, great. I'd come have dinner at your house, but I don't want to fucking live there. All right. It's not my style. All right. I like little cozy beach cottages. Okay. That's why I take the pictures that are in my photo reel that you guys keep trying to analyze. Like, I'm trying to tell you, that's my style. Gosh, you don't know your style. Just because I'm telling you how I was when I was 20, okay, doesn't mean that I'm that way now. My palate has sophisticated. So raise your standards on what? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so I live in Long Beach, okay, which is the ghetto of LA. And I'm like, that's so stupid because there's some nice ass fucking shit here. So like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Naples Island is nice. Belmont Shore is nice. Up the street here, the historic district is nice as fuck. There are some big, nice beach homes. Like, I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, this place is nasty. I don't get it. That's a racist statement because, like I said, anybody who has worked their ass off and that can, like, I live in a little apartment. My neighbors here, that their homes are all at least $1 million. Okay. The people that live here on the shore along the water that actually have the boat slips, those are $5 and $10 million houses. Okay. So what are you guys wanting? Raise your standards. Okay. What the fuck are you talking about? Raise your standards. Okay. Allow me to move on into like better, like allow me to build a business without being a swinger. Okay. Allow me to like grow, like the sabotage on becoming a personal trainer. That's how I knew. I was like, these are some sick fucking stupid bitches and hoe bag fucking fags. Okay. That you're going to sabotage me on being a personal trainer. Okay. Which is like a lowbrow job. Okay. It's like a very important job. Okay. And I appreciate personal trainers. And that's why I'm like, I can do this. I can help you guys. But when you sabotaged me on that, I'm like, y'all are playing by a different like bag of tricks here. Like, shut the fuck up. You guys raise your standards. Fuck you. You raise your standards. So that happened. And then what else? Okay. So living here, like, I won't live here forever, but at the same time, it's what I can afford. And I've tried to take care of it and decorate it accordingly with nice new shit. So it's like in my closet, I've lost weight. So I've got a closet full of clothes that some of them haven't even been worn as I'm like working on my style, because I did kind of show up here looking like the Midwest and the Southeast, a country girl. Okay. Still, I've got my little cutoff shirt on, like, whatever, who cares? It's my style. I see some bullshit in downtown LA and I'm like, if that's high-end fashion, fuck you guys. So fuck off. So raise your standards on what? Because where I work is actually in a high-end luxury neighborhood where fucking celebrities and athletes and business executives live. So raise your standards on what? Exactly what in the fuck are you people talking about? Raise your standards on what? I have been abstinent for over 4 years, happily. Like I said, trying to figure this shit out because I definitely mitigating the risk on fucking HIV, unwanted pregnancy, fucking dumb bullshit, being choked to death by psychos. Mitigating all risk on that. But then holding out and then like identifying, okay, like who, what do you like? People like, what do you find attractive? And I've been very, very honest. Okay. And lo and behold, like some of these, the fucking Bradley Cooper, like, oh my God, he's a Christian guy. And like, I'm like, yeah, that dude's like the hottest guy on the planet to me. And like a ton of others that I've listed, and it's like, you guys are like, raise your standards. And I'm like, because I don't like you, because you're a psycho, I'm not going to lower my standards for you. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I really don't. Raise your standards. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't want to be a fag because fags actually are pretty nasty. They all have HIV. I don't want to be a dyke. Dykes are fags too. Yeah, that's kind of like my thought. I'm like, raise your standards. I'm a Christian and I believe what's in the Bible. And I'm allowed that as a person, as citizen of the United States. So, and I don't have to hail to anything. Okay. So if you don't like me because of that, I don't give a fuck because I've already had my fag hag days, okay? And they're not that exciting. It's a bunch of fucking dudes sitting around stroking each other. I'm like, that's nasty, okay? And then they fuck each other in the ass, and then you girls that are like, I want to be a part of that, and then that's how you get your urinary tract infections. When he shoves his dick in dude's ass covered in fucking shit and he shoves it in your pussy, that's where you get your urinary tract infections, okay? So thank you. I've already been down that road. I don't want to be down that road. So I'm just like, gross. So raise my standards on what? That's still kind of like the question. Like I keep seeing that feedback from you guys. And honestly, like you guys raise your standards. Okay. You guys raise your standards at this point. Like, raise my standards on what? The food that I eat? Who gives a fuck? I'm still burning calories. A calorie is a calorie at the end of the day. Okay, honest to God. Like, if we're brass tacks about it, a fucking calorie is a calorie. And depending on where your body is metabolically, where it registers, I need to save this as fat or I need to burn this as fuel right now. That's the end of that story. So what the fuck are you guys talking about on raising standards? Standards on what? Like, I know who I am. I know what I like. You guys have sabotaged me on every career thing that I want. And I don't want to be a fucking advertising agent. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Advertising is nothing but bullshit lies, okay? Fuck you people who've made millions of dollars on it. I don't give a fuck, okay? It's stupid. I don't own a TV for that reason, okay? I skip ads. I fucking turn that shit off online. Fuck ads, okay? I don't care. What else? Yeah, like raise my standards on what? Really? Racist fucking faggots and their fag hags with urinary tract infections and AIDS. That's the story of the day. I gotta go run some sprints. I'm gonna eat an apple pie. I'm gonna drink some coffee and have some cookies. I'm gonna go run some sprints. Go to work. Raise your standards on. I have golf clubs again. I'm so excited. Okay, I have a new couch. I'm so excited. All right, raise my standards on what? I won't keep food in the house because these fucking psycho stalkers have already said we've been trying to poison you, but you won't keep food in the house. And I'm like, exactly. I know. I've known that since the fucking first month I've lived here. That's what you guys have been trying to do. So don't expect me to keep food in the house and don't expect me to keep my toothbrush here because, I mean, the last time that I left my toothbrush here, fucking Milano came in, fucking rubbed his shit, and that's the HIV infested motherfucker. Fucking all that shit. My toothbrush was all mangled. He left his bloody Band-Aids in my coffee cup. Fucking nasty shit. These people are sick. They're sick and then they are sick. And that's why I'm like, I'm trying to help you guys. Like, I'm sorry, and it's a political game. When you get infected with HIV under this New World Order shit, like you were a target. You were a fucking target. So don't think that you weren't. Don't think it was just some one night stand and you fucked up. You were targeted under this New World Order bullshit. So like, whatever, you people love each other and you want to, like, I love him but he's HIV positive, then if that's your call, you make that decision. That's your life decision. Yay, Romeo and Juliet, fucking stab each other and fucking die. Okay, like that's on you guys. Great, that's love. That's love. But yeah, anything else, that's some fucking sabotage bullshit. Okay. So I just don't want to play that game. Like, I'm not interested. And like, I want better for myself. Okay. I don't want to die of fucking cancer, Kaposi sarcoma, fucking yeast infection coming out of my mouth, or any other fucking opportunistic infection that you guys are now at risk of. Okay. And then you're holding us all hostage wearing these stupid fucking masks because you guys didn't want to wear a condom when you had sex. Well, you're a fucking stupid fag. That's all I can say. Like, literally. So I don't know. So when we're talking about like raising standards, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, what the fuck are you people talking about? Okay. What the fuck are you people talking about? I don't hang out with fucking bullshit liars. I don't fucking hang out with fags because there ain't nothing good to they stay drunk. All they talk about is fucking and fucking food, honestly. What else? I don't like people at church, like they're so Wiccan oriented that like I sit and read my Bible by myself. I will listen to particular pastors online just to make sure that I keep my mind renewed. But plugging into a church at this point, these girls, they are crazy. Like they're witches, Wiccans, spellbound, fucking weird shit. So that's where I'm at. Tell me again what I need to raise my standards on. Please, 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 because I just don't understand. I guess I'm missing that part. So hope you guys have a good day. I'm out of here. That's my rant. Bye.